Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth. I'm Michael, the Leo Mystic, and this is where I channel the sacred guidance for this astrological week of the 14th until the 20th of December. Before I go there, there's an astrological course that starts the 9th of January for 4 weeks. And it is learning astrology from scratch. The people that have joined this series in December have been amazed by the contents and, are well into analyzing their own astrological chart. And then I also have to say that the link for that, by the way, is in the comments. And then the 21st of December, there is a great conjunction. Right, and we're going to talk about that next week, what that exactly entails, and I'm already posting it about on my Instagram, so really check that out. But we are gathering in circles the 21st of December, circles of light, using the power of intent, using the power of group meditation, and showing up as light workers and taking our responsibility and using these benefic energies to spread out a strong message. And that's our opportunity. And that's where this week, Charlotte, my girlfriend, she asked me, so positive week? And I'm like thinking where to freaking start? You know what I'm saying? Because holy shit. This last week, it's as if when there's this big rock festival or Rock Werchter or Pukkelpop, it's in Belgium. A lot of people know Rock Werchter. Or maybe let's take Tomorrowland, right? Do you know how much organization that has to happen before the actual concert or festival can start? Well, and can you imagine what the last week would be like before, all the things that are going wrong and all the things that have to be fixed and all the things that are just oh shit, I thought I had to do this. And it's as if Source is saying okay, well, there's this 21st of December great conjunction coming on and it's going to be life-changing for the Earth. But before we go there and you have the best time of your lives, it's not Maybe it's not the right analogy that I'm giving here, because it's not going to be you're going to fucking party on Tomorrowland from the 21st of December onwards. But we'll come to that. But it is kind of like that preparation stage of okay, well, I have to fix this and that and make sure the sound is there and the lighting and are you sure about this and, the panel and blah, 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 and how many people are going to come in here. That's how this week is going to feel like. And it's going to be fucking intense. We're starting off the week, by the way, with a total solar eclipse. I mentioned it a little bit in my previous forecast, in Sagittarius. And it is a solar eclipse, and that means, it's a new moon. And, new intentions. Sagittarius, hopeful, yes, a new future. Well, honestly, this is where, it's squaring Neptune, first and foremost. Second, it is sesquiquadrad Uranus. Okay. Mercury is on the south node. Moon and Sun, obviously. And so that with Jupiter, which is ruled by Sagittarius, on Saturn, in the last degree of Capricorn, awful, with a sextile over to Venus, nice, but in Scorpio. Oh my God. Whew. So this is, like I said, the previous time in the past forecast, this is a 19-year cycle coming to an end and starting off a new 19-year-old cycle. So the previous cycle was, it was about traveling and we were restricted because 9/11 had happened and it was all about, you having to check into the airport. It's crazy. I just heard that story and I remember it, but it was I was I was 14, so I hadn't gone to the airport as much, as after, obviously. But apparently, you could just go to the terminal like that. I can't even imagine that anymore, that you don't have to go through security in order to wait for your airplane. And we've just come so accustomed to it. And I'm sure I can't really fully remember 2001, but where were you when 2001, was happening and you couldn't travel? That was a south node in Sagittarius, so that was Jupiter in Cancer, and Jupiter is at home in Cancer. So that was like, we at least felt safe, we at least felt taken care of, and but now Jupiter is in Capricorn on freaking Saturn. Jupiter is at fall, is at detriment in Capricorn, and it is on Saturn. So it's like, oh my God, I can't wait to be out of this Pluto, in between Saturn and Pluto thing. It's just like, I feel so bad here. I can't expand as I would like. So that's going to be like for the 19 years that are coming. But, so in a way, if you go, there's always this 3D, 5D that is now for sure, the split, the truth versus the illusion. It has always been like that, but it is more than ever because there's so many events happening, with the sun aligning to, I can't remember the star, but anyway, the sun is aligning, it's coming into this great portal of the Aquarian age, right? And so this is where people wake up. This is where we rise to the next level of consciousness. And so it is bound to happen. It is bound to happen. And obviously that comes with the manipulation and trying to hold on of the patriarchy and the traditional way of doing things. And we're going to see that for the next 19 years. But here's the positive note of that. I think, with a new moon solar eclipse, total solar eclipse in Sagittarius is about stories. Okay? So the stories that you tell yourself, they become your beliefs. They're extremely important. And this is truly everything that you will believe will be your truth. And, we have Neptune, which, is illusion, and it is also spirituality, and it is the media, squaring those nodes and squaring the total solar eclipse. So this is truly, which story are you going to believe? And you have the power with Mars trining that solar eclipse to take action on it and to manifest it. It's going to be your truth versus someone else's truth. But if that's your way of thinking, and if you follow Neptune, the media, it's very likely that you will be delusioned. You will fall, later on in these 19 years and come to, understand, like, fuck, did I really believe that? And other people will be far gone. And there's always, sources always coming in with a helping hand. So there's always going to be opportunities. But it's just really 3D, like we're not going into a very pleasant time. Honestly, this is the battle that I've been, it's not been, well, I guess it's a battle then. But, the feelings that I've been having was like sometimes to, fight and be rebellious. And on the other hand, it's like, it's okay, it's fine, Source is taking care of everything. But that's that shift that is happening between 3D and 5D. And so third dimension, like, this is really warlike, battle-like energy. We have Uranus squaring the nodes and that squaring that solar eclipse. So this is technology. Uranus is technology and people and unpredictability. So the most unpredictable things will happen. It's in an earth sign of Taurus. This is earthquakes. Your your money, your values will be shattered. They will be shaken. And it's about losing everything or gaining everything. And Neptune square the nodes is about belief, and Mars trining that solar eclipse is about you can do whatever the fuck you want and you can go for it, but what are you fighting for is the question. And if it's Jupiter, Saturn, Capricorn like story of third dimension, honestly, it's really not pleasant to say, but they're really pressing. It's like Catholicism in a way back in the days when they just pressed the beliefs on, the Crusades, right? It is that same energy, and it is the government and the working together with the media, installing belief systems in people. And if you're gonna follow like a sheep, because that's what Capricorn is, the sheep, right? You follow an institution where you give your power away, and where there's people telling you what to do, a higher instance, a higher authority that is taking care of you, telling you what to do, and fight for them. That's what you'll believe, because we have to fight to keep the traditional way, and we have to fight so that society remains how it has always been. And I think that is the crazy illusionary part, where we'll be fighting for what has always been. But it is insane to do that, because if you haven't noticed, it has changed, and it will be forever. And then you have Uranus square the nodes, so that is people going against those belief systems, or technology manipulating those beliefs again, but then I'm here to give you sacred guidance. But this is where I have to warn you for that. And this is where, when Neptune square the nodes is asking, bring in spirituality, listen to your highest self and align to source. And then that story comes from God, that story comes from the field. You tune into the field, and we have the opportunity to rewrite the story, because it's insane. If this would have happened, it's just that's that divine timing in a way. If this would have happened with Jupiter and Saturn in the beginning degrees of Capricorn, I would have said, well, we're fucked. We're fucked, because for the next 19 years, trust me, it's going to be hard, and it will be people just holding on to. But the cool thing is that exactly 1 week after we will have a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Uranus, in Aquarius, this is rebellion, this is the people waking up, this is new standards. We will have right away on Tuesday, after that solar eclipse, Venus coming in Sagittarius. And even with that solar eclipse, Venus is in Scorpio, and that's a detriment. So that's why I'm saying attachments, people, holding on to how the past is, and not wanting to look at the true feelings. So that's why they're like, oh, I don't feel safe here, so I really have to listen to something or someone that has the solution. I need that. I need it. I need that shot, So, but Venus in Scorpio is about honesty, about loyalty, it's about vulnerability, and about exposing your weakest points and be okay with it. And it is about being okay with the dark parts of yourself. And it is togetherness. Venus in Scorpio is about relating. It's about intimacy. It's about togetherness. And then Uranus square the nodes then is about whatever your action is, Mars trine the solar eclipse, you can make it happen. And if it is for the new Earth, it has to be for the new Earth. Uranus and Taurus is the new Earth. Technology being installed in this earth, the heavens coming on earth. But we need truth, because that's what Sagittarius truly is. They're stories when they're linked to human belief. But if you are really looking at laws of nature, this is about where we respect the laws of nature, of energy, the laws of nature of, everything is vibration, as above, so below. These are the truths that we have to look at. These are the esoteric truths. And then I feel that at Uranus square, the solar eclipse can catapult you towards heaven. And this is where I'm like, well, again, if Jupiter Saturn would have been in the beginning degrees of Capricorn, it would have been really hard, because then we wouldn't really have, you always have the opportunity to rewrite the story. But now we instantly go into this Aquarian energy. This is instantly waking up, instantly. And at the same day, well, actually the day before, on Sunday, we have a Mercury Cazimi in Sagittarius. I'm saying, Mercury Cazimi in Sagittarius at the 29th degree of Sagittarius is like, wake the fuck up. People like, all of a sudden having these insights and about what truth is, about what the laws of natures are. And it's like, oh my God, I fucking see it. How could I have fallen into the trap? And then instantly, the day after, Mercury and the Sun coming into Capricorn, it's like it crystallizes. Yes, okay, I gotcha. So we instantly have, it's not that there's going to be like a lag of the story being rewritten. We will have that energy for 19 years of the patriarchy trying to hold you back and telling you all about this is what you have to do, this is what you have to take, but you don't have to listen to it. That's the cool thing. You can use your Uranus Aquarian energy of groups, and this is Venus in Scorpio sextiling Jupiter Saturn. The ability, if you are honest and if you are vulnerable and if you can find people that share the same value, you are able to rewrite the old story into a new story. And with Venus then coming into Sagittarius, bringing hope, and then on Wednesday, bringing healing, because trining Chiron, and it's as if Venus is saying, the feminine energy, okay, Mars, you're good to go. If this is what you're about, if you're about the new earth, and if you're about values, and if you're about, freedom for the people, then let's freaking go. You can, your actions will be exalted, So that's the beauty of it too, with Venus and in Sagittarius, where, Jupiter comes into Aquarius. It's pretty fucking cool. It's really nice. It's very promising. But, there's some other parts where it's, and I'll be talking about that next week, where it's squaring Uranus. So this is still, the old versus the new. So, but this is what I'm saying. It's going to be so extreme. You're going to see two extremes more than ever. And that's where I'm like, if you are, falling into the trap of listening to the media and listening to the government and being scared about losing it all, because Uranus in Taurus will strip away what is not necessary for the new earth. And if you're afraid of that, and if you're afraid of what you're going to lose, that you're going to lose your money that the government is giving you, and that you can't sustain yourself, but that you have to be dependent on the government, this is where you have to gather those people from the same value, the same worth. They need to be with you. And then in team, this is what Aquarian energy is all about. The group, the community. And this is about, in a way, with Venus and Scorpio, going intensely deep and fighting for your truth, trining that solar eclipse. And the cool thing is that on Thursday, something so amazing happens, I find. Moon, after that solar eclipse, comes into Capricorn. And then for 2 days and a half, it's going to be that is another thing that tells me people will wake up. Because look at this. Moon is in Capricorn, and Saturn, is the ruler of Capricorn, being at the 29th degree, ready to come into Aquarius on Thursday. And it does so exactly with the moon. So the moon comes in Aquarius together with Saturn. And Saturn then left Capricorn for the next 29 years. What the fuck? That's divine timing. And that, I was before this, I hadn't seen this, and I was like thinking, how could there be, I know there's positivity, but I don't feel the positivity here. And it looks like it's going to go bad, and it looks like it's going to go wrong. But that, when, those, I trust me, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a part of Thursday, you're going to see, oh, well, this is what it has been like for pretty much the last 30 years of my life, or however old you are. But in particular, the last 19 years of my life, bye-bye. Because Moon comes into Aquarius and Saturn exactly too. And then one day later, Jupiter in Aquarius. So this is like, boom. That's on Monday, that great conjunction. And so that's where these energies expand. And I see an expansion coming. I see like lights going on. Well, it's interesting because the 21st of December is winter solstice. But you will see the shift. That huge shift is happening on Thursday. Like, you will feel it, literally. Moon is in Capricorn, comes into Aquarius, zoop, and then Saturn comes into Aquarius for like the last one, like no more 29 years in freaking Capricorn. Do you know how important that is? So, yeah, it is truly, you can create your own reality. And it is about what reality you create, and that is going to be your truth. And so everything can. So there will be a war, and there will be vaccines, and there will be people taking these vaccines. There will be people fighting, coming on the street. There will be people fighting against the government. But also, there will be people extremely happy, maybe in very rare occasions having to deal with all that shit. I think it's possible. I believe it's possible. And I think it matters what we do on the 21st of December and what message we send out. Because how you start anything is how you will end anything and how it will go. So the question is, how do you want to start the next 800 years of your life? Do you want to take it? Do you want to take your responsibility? Or do you want to keep being a sheep in every aspect of your life? It's just a question. I'm really learning to not find it good or bad. It's really hard to not judge. But anyway, it's the truth. I'm really trying. I'm honestly trying not to judge. But anyway, see you there, 21st of December. We are going live on Instagram at 7:15 p.m. with the Great Conjunction, sending out energy, 500 to 1,000 people strong via Instagram, and coming together in public spaces wherever you are in the world. 7:15 p.m. Brussels time. Convert it to your own time zone. And come on the streets. Show up and meditate together with us, singing the mantra Ramadasa, the healing mantra, and going into heart-brain coherence. There's a guided meditation that I will guide you through. And so to visualize healing light, to use the power of intent and group meditation, the 21st of December, 7:15 p.m. Will you be there? Will you be taking responsibility for your future, or are you going to be a sheep? Boom, done.